Hey, this is my book report on two books: Extreme Mold Avoidance and Beginner. That's Bryan Rosner, and the Beginner's Guide to Mold Avoidance, Erik Johnson. Two things I really want to try is or two books I kind of want to follow, doing the mold avoidance. I haven't done it, so this isn't a report on how does it work or how does it feel. You saw maybe my last interview with Johanna, which was really cool. She said it was like a magic trick when she got out to Lake Michigan and got on that magnetite sand. Lots of fresh air, and yeah, so I really want to try it. I'm going to try it for a few days. I'm just going to Gooseberry Falls, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Like, find me if you want. And So I just wanted to give some highlights on the book. I'm reading off of a screen. So the general idea was to maybe the mold is a lot more toxic than we're experiencing. And it is like sticky and should be handled more like nerve gas. That was Erik Johnson kind of dealt with some nerve gas training in the military, and he found it real beneficial when dealing with mold or mold exposures. So that's kind of like one main idea. The other main idea is mold is probably for you could be much more toxic. Um, Mold tends to make things more bioavailable. So if you already got like some sort of heavy metal toxin or another toxin, it would make it more bioavailable. Not in either book. In Victorian times, this was found out with um, what was it? Something arsenide, carbon arsenide, or something like that. It was a green paint or pigment that they used in wallpaper, which on its surface should have been relatively safe, but the mold kind of allowed it to be bioavailable in the air, uh, perhaps a methylated form, which is really bad with heavy metals, and people were dropping. So I think that's just my interpretation of where that's coming from. Um, there's other examples of toxins that aren't a big deal until they kind of circulate through the environment a little bit. Um, so the another tenant or major point of the book was detoxing, at least on a cellular level. And these are the ideas in the book. I think they sound good, but I don't know. Being a two-way street with especially with your cells. Like your cells are going to hold toxins and accumulate because they're sort of less permeable. Is the idea when they have a, a toxin such as mold, like that's constant. So if you get in this super clean area, you've got the super maybe new clothes or clothes that are free from mold, and like they're in the books, they're like hyper about it. Like, and that's apparently in these mold groups, how people getting the most benefit is like you get out, like your tent, everything is super clean. Something to watch out for is like washing machines. Apparently, harbor a pretty terrible mold toxin. Makes sense because there's like always a little water. It's always wet in the bottom, underneath the drain tub. There's always like a wet area, like almost all the time wet. Um, Plenty of fabric feeding it. So they say the regular washing machine is a bad idea. So um, the where are we? Oh yeah, and then they call it, there's like hell toxin and super toxin and stealth toxin, and they kind of give their definition of each, which I'll just leave out. I don't know. I think like one was more sticky and one just takes months after being exposed. It's something interesting. They kind of said like if you're in like a real toxic area, like a former dump or something like that, the mold in the air in that area is going to be particularly bad for a very long time, and it will contaminate your trailer or whatever you're in, and then your trailer or whatever will be bad. Something really important, that once you're in a clean environment for a long period or a period, that's when they say that your cells become to detox more normally, and you'll become more sensitive to mold in general, and that then your next step is to avoid mold like crazy, and apparently that's when you start to feel really good and prolonged detox better, and all your other protocols start to work better. So that's, oh, yep, some other big ones like water sources. They said to be careful, cyanotoxic algae or cyanoalgae, like in really stagnant waters. So being next to the water might not be helpful. I don't know how they tell if it's got cyanotoxin, or probably how you feel. A lot of hand washing of your clothes and stuff, and detoxing like in and out when you get into your trailer or tent. And for like the cleaning, they were recommending like mild soaps, and homemade kefir is like I don't know, a breakdown agent. I assume you're going to wash the kefir off afterwards again with the soap. And yeah, that's about, oh, man, I'm doing a great job. So high altitude areas and dry areas, they say above 4,000 feet, you tend to detox better. Got that virus going. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's my book report of Bryan Rosner's Freedom from Lyme Disease, which is primarily about mold, and The Beginner's Guide to Mold Avoidance of Erik Johnson's. I only got 70% through that book. So freaking boring and repetitive, and it was just a little bit of a rough ride. I can't read. I can't go through 50 pages to get one gem. I just can't do it. But it's sort of like foundational for the mold avoidance crowd. And yeah, I'm going to try it, or half-ass try it, and go to the North Shore, see if I feel a little bit better. If I do, I'll take it a little more seriously. I'm going up with a friend of mine who loves, camping, so that should make it a lot easier. All right, bye guys. All right, take it easy. Bye.